two things can be true at once. This is something I've been saying a lot lately as I've been talking with multiple different friends and people in my life. I find it's a perspective worth sharing. So I was having a really tough day the other day, just feeling really heavy emotions, feeling overwhelmed. There was like a lot going on in my week and it all amounted to just a really hard day, right? And I was talking with my friend about it. I was expressing how I was feeling and acknowledging that yes, I was having a hard day that day and I was feeling really crappy, while also acknowledging the fact that it was a beautiful sunny day. Everything was revolving in the world the way it typically does. And if you zoom out from the way I was feeling right now in that moment, in the grand scheme of my life, everything was actually going really well. So as I was expressing myself to my friend, I did make sure to acknowledge this point of, yes, two things can be true at once. I can be feeling really crappy and having a hard day and feeling like things are really tough, while also having my life on a grand scale be great and having things actually be going well for me. Now, my friend was also telling me her perspective on how her week had been going and her day, and she said that sometimes she feels like she's being inauthentic in a sense when she goes on social media and expresses herself and says that things are going really well in her life, when day to day she struggles with her health and she often feels really poorly because of this. And after hearing my friend talk about how she was feeling about this, I expressed the same perspective to her. I said, two things can be true at once. You can be struggling with your health, but also have other things be going really well in your life. And I feel like it's not being inauthentic if you're going on social media and saying you're doing well, if you're having a hard day or a hard week, because if you zoom out far enough, the grand scheme of your life is actually going completely fine. This is a very powerful concept to consider because this helps to continually reframe your perspective on how you're doing. And this allows you to not be a prisoner of your emotions. Just because you're feeling a certain way in the moment doesn't necessarily dictate your reality as a whole. I think a lot of people, myself included in the past, used to get really wrapped up in the way I was feeling in the moment, and that kind of had this way of sweeping me up and taking me out of the present moment, or changing the present moment to be kind of stormy and cloudy. I often think of rough seas or turbulence in the ocean also when I think about being a prisoner of my emotions, because it's very much like a stormy sea. So considering this point of reframing your mindset in this particular way is incredibly helpful, because it acts almost like a mast or a point of perspective where you can always look at that as a way to signal where you are actually. Because you could be feeling really stormy, and then if you recall how, yes, my family's in good health, I have a strong community, I have great friends, work is really steady and stable, I've been making decent progress on my projects and my business, I have been eating really well for the most part, I've been getting proper exercise and sleep. If you remind yourself that all of these things are true, then this allows you to feel your emotions and accept how you're feeling without getting super swept up and feeling like everything in life is terrible and everything in life is hard and crashing down on you. I'm always looking for new tricks and mindset processes in order to help make my life better and more efficient. So I love sharing little things like this, because sometimes it's just one simple thought or one simple concept or one tweak in a belief that I have that can change my entire perception of my reality. I found that more often than not, you don't really need to do a whole upheaval of rewiring your brain or of changing your whole life in order to actually change your life, if that makes sense. I really take this two things can be true at once thing to heart, and I've even found ways to implement this in my daily life. And one of the ways that I most passionately implement this in my life is I fully believe that living a lifestyle of health and well-being does require work and effort, but it doesn't have to be hard. And that's exactly why I created my 6-week positive habit challenge. This is a 6-week long program that I created to help people who want to work out and want to incorporate practices like yoga and meditation and daily journaling to help manifest great things in your life, to help heal your body, heal your mind, heal your emotions and your heart. And I created this program to make that super easy for you. It does require work, but it only requires a 10 to 15 minute commitment per day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. Two things can be true at once. You can live the life of your dreams. You can be healthy. You can be well. This doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to join a subscription. You don't have to leave your home even. This is something you can do at home on your own time for 15 minutes a day. Anyone can do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation and consider this new perspective shift. And if you're interested, go ahead and check out my 6-week positive habit challenge. I also have have a free version of the program available. It's the first week for free, so you can check it out and see if this really fits your lifestyle. I hope you guys have an excellent day. Namaste and stay grounded.